Hi and welcome to today's summer holiday 7-day morning mobility movement class. So we're going to focus on the end about spine and trying different variations of the cat. So adding in more what's called weight transfer, what we call GRF, ground reaction force, so basically applying physics to make our movement more and adding flow to our movement. So let's start off. Let's begin with the cat. So with the cat, make sure that you maybe have a cushion to hand so that you can kneel on it if you feel like your knees need a little bit more protection. And in one of my previous videos with the chair class, there is an arcing version of this cat movement. So if you feel like you need to do that instead, that is absolutely fine today. Right, so we're going to have our hands nicely underneath our shoulders. We want to make sure that our back is nice and long, not dipped like this, okay? So we want to make sure it's nice and long, and I often think about a coffee table position. We're going to add more movement with this today. We're going to go down towards the ground, coming up into your C shape, and then back into length. I'm going to do it again, down towards the ground, coming up into your C shape, and back. One more time here, down towards the ground, coming up into your C shape and back into length. Okay, right, now I'm going to think about taking the weight back. Going down, taking the weight back. Now you might really prefer the first version you did, and that's totally fine. You can stay with that. Or you might prefer this version. This one gets more into your lower back. So if you are pregnant, for example, this might be quite nice. Just sort of hang out there. Make sure this part of your back opens out a little bit more because obviously your body changes, your center of mass changes. Down towards the ground, coming up. What you can also do is play around with width of knee. Some people like a wider leg, and that gives a bit more stretch in the back. You can also play with wider arms as well. When you do this with the movement, you actually have a bit more neck and shoulder movement when you go wider. Sometimes when you're closer, the neck, those bones kind of run out of room. Right, I'm going to add in a transfer of weight now. So it isn't all over transfer. I'm going to shift my weight to my right side. Now my left side, right side, and now the left side. And then I'm going to come up and keep on shifting my weight. This adds more movement and you get more range. I have spoken about this in another video, but I'm going into more depth this day. And again, shifting your weight from side to side, coming up. Good. Now I'm going to add some more asymmetrical movements. So I'm going to add a stagger. So for example, I'm going to stagger a hand, and I'm going to continue that transfer of weight. That feels really lovely through the ribs actually for myself. So have a little go with that one. And you're shifting your weight from side to side. And you can just get a real nice feel through your arms there too. So sometimes we do things called nerve stretches, and they're normally done on the wall, but you can kind of get that same sort of nerve stretch in this position as well. Good. One more time. So I've given you a few different versions, so I just want you to explore your movement here. Anything particularly goes, except you want to come back to your flat back position each time. Okay. Right, now we're going to add in a leg extension. So I'm going to draw the head in towards the knee, and then I'm going to lengthen that leg away. Now that's one, and I'm going to draw it in. I'm trying to draw my head as close to my knee as possible, 2. What I'm also going to start adding in is different movements. So maybe I might turn my hip in one time, or turn the knee out on another. The other useful thing is I sometimes get people say, oh, I get a twang in my knee. I also get a twang in the knee. Sometimes flexing the foot can take that away, that sort of feeling in the knee that doesn't feel quite right. We're going to do 2 more on this side. Keep changing your movement. One more time. Good. And let's do the other side. And again, head towards knee, stretching away. That's 1. Take that out. 2. There is a contraction, there is tone happening here as well. 3, 4, but continuously keep playing with that movement there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, let's reach back into your shell stretch. Let's have a moment here to breathe. Inhale, sides and back of rib cage there. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, and come all the way up. So this one might give some of you cramp depending on how your foot reacts to this, but it's really important to mobilize our feet as well. So currently I'm sat right on the back of my feet there. All right, some of you might have to be higher up perhaps, depending on your range of movement with your knees and so on. So I'm going to go forward, I'm going to rock myself forward like this, and I'm going to flex my toes, and now I'm going to sit back. Okay, rock forward, and now have the foot long, and then continue that movement. So there's a quad stretch happening here, there's a stretch through the legs. Again, there are standing versions of these exercises. You can just message me and say, hey Laura, that one that we did really didn't, I couldn't do the angles, what do you suggest? And I will help you out with that. Okay, and that should feel generally quite nice. A few more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, take a leg up, and now you're going to take it back. Now really push with the heel of your hands into that floor, and again you might experience a nice glute stretch here, a quad stretch. Just see how far you can go with this one. Again, knees and so on. Good, and then change sides. Again, up we go, push it back, really stretch out. Good, and then come all the way up. Right, super. Right, we're going to sit on our bottoms for the next one. We did this in the previous exercise actually. So we did in another one these movements. Okay, so if you want to feel like you want to rock in these positions, you can. I'm actually supporting myself with my arms, my shoulders are staying down. If there's any hip pain or anything, or your back doesn't feel right, you add more height. So you roll up your mat, you add as much height as you feel you can, maintain good length for your back and your hips don't hurt. All right, but we're going to do this one. So the other one is for those of you who can't do this angle, but we're going to try this one. So again, we're nice and long through our body. Okay, I'm going to have my hand down. We're going to stretch. I'm going to stay long through your ribs, stay long through your ribs. Now with your abdominals, you're going to pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. We're going to do that side again and reach. And then pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. We'll do one more time. That's it. And then we switch over. And again, we reach, 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 reach. And pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. So we're not going over like this. We're trying to remain long. So I actually do lift up the bottom cheek on that side there so I can do the reach. Why not? It's connected to you. So you need to do that movement. Put it back with your abs. Okay, good. Now let's do a switch. Let's do a switch. Good, going back and forth. Now again, knees might be an issue. So perhaps you might want to stretch out a leg. Stretch out a leg. Maybe this leg in front needs to go further afield perhaps. Maybe it needs to go at a slightly different angle. So please change it to how you feel you can. Okay. Good. A few more moments. I'm going to add a reach. So again, all these movements, feeling that lovely extension through your ribs. 2 and 1. Wonderful. Right, let's lay on our back. Elbows grounded. Okay, get the elbows grounded there as you're pushing from one side to the other. Make sure you are pushing. If you are pushing strong enough, you should feel a stretch through the front of the thighs here, and maybe even stretch through your chest there. So you're pushing from one side to the other. Good, lovely. Just a few more here. 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Okay, so I want you to, hopefully you'll buy a wall or something, but we're going to put our feet on a wall. Now this is a really nice one for a back stretch. So again, I've got my feet about hip distance apart. I'm actually going to bring myself a bit closer to the wall, and I'm going to push into that wall now. And what this does, it stretches out your back, okay, and then you're going to release. And then we do it again, push and stretch, and then we release, push and stretch, and release, and push and stretch. Good. Now I'm going to push with my right foot, push right foot, now push left foot, release, push left foot, so you should feel the stretch along the back there, and then right foot, release. Notice my feet, I'm not on my balls of my foot. I'm constantly got my feet in contact with the wall there, but I'm just applying more pressure with each side. So again, it's up to you how much pressure you apply. Okay, now we're going to bring those arms out. You're going to bring up as you push, and then breathe out to come back. And again, breathe out as you push, and breathe out. Come back. One more time, breathing in to push into that wall, and breathe out to come back. Last one, breathing in and breathe out to come back. Now we went out to the side with those ones, arms were going out the side. Now we're going to bring arms up. We're going to breathe in, arm up, and breathe out to come back. Notice my arms don't go at the same time. I am pushing with my right foot, my right arm will move. Breathing in, left foot, left arm will move, and breathe out. Release the push. And again, now you're going to push with your left foot, left arm, breathing in. Now right foot, and then come back. 2 more times. Left foot, left arm, right foot, right arm, and release. And what that does, again, it gives you, well, there is tone happening, but also a lovely stretch for your sides. And bring those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little bit of movement here, a little bit of rocking, maybe getting your neck moving. Just general niceness. 3, 2, 1. Rock your side to a seated position. We'll do some breathing here. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, breathing out. One more. And then slide those hands. Exhale. Slide hands back. Push and breathe in. Wonderful. And thank you for joining me today for day 6 of our movement. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.